Guess what? Got the Thrunite TC20 in front of me here. Now, this light is actually pretty close to a month away from shipping out. Thrunite is going to start shipping this, I think, on February 23rd. And before I get started, I want to let you know, you look at that link down below in the description. They're giving 20% off on any pre-orders before it ships. So if you are interested in it, now's the time to buy. Thrunite sent me this light, which I really thank them. And I got it probably over a week ago, and I've been taking it to work and using it quite a bit, just like everything else. Test stuff out like that, make sure I know what I'm going to be talking about, and if I see any flaws in them. And as with other Thrunites, no flaws. We're going to get right to the punch here. This is running the XHP70 second gen emitter, and this is punching out 3800 lumens on high, or I should say turbo mode. As any other Thrunites, very well built. And I have not, well, in fact, size-wise, I'll show you that quick. This is the old 2014 TN12. This is one of my first Thrunite flashlights, and as you know, I run a lot of flashlights through my videos and a lot of testing. And I'll have to tell you right now, I use this light more than any light out there, and it still hasn't failed me. This light is actually 4 years old, and it shows. Still works like it should. But if you notice, like I said, size-wise, it is still actually pocketable. Now you could compare it to the big TN42. No comparison there, but I am going to do some beam shots of the TC20, the TN42, and the TN12. I'll pair them, and maybe I'll throw an Immlet DN70 in there. Now, real quick, back to the features on it. Like I said, it's got turbo is 3800 lumens. One good thing about that, it'll run for 130 minutes on turbo mode. And then high mode, 1800, 145 minutes of runtime. Medium, you're starting to get into some long runtime with these 18 or 26 650 batteries. Medium is 10.2 hours. And low, 38 lumens for 46 hours. And then Firefly, a half a lumen, 37 days of runtime. Now, one thing cool on this light, of course, it's got a charging port right there. You can plug that in to a micro USB charger and have this flashlight charging and actually use it as a night light. I don't know if any other lights do that or not, but you can run it on Firefly and low while it's charging indefinitely, making it a pretty cool night light. And from what I've seen on this is a very versatile dual flashlight. It'll punch out the 320 meters, and it takes one wide swath with it. Very high output on light. Accessories, micro USB charger. And you had this little ring in there. And what that's for is they got the nice, which you might not be able to see real good unless I get it focused. Run that through and you got a nice basically key ring hanging on it. And as far as spare parts, the O-ring, got a switch, another rubber switch, and then that rubber cover for the charging port and the lanyard. And Thrunite actually is supplying a nice heavy Thrunite case with this. Even though this form factor, unless you have real tight fitting pants, it will still fit in your back pocket. And as far as the batteries, Thrunites, never had a problem with any of their batteries. And I got quite a few of them. They're all, whatever they're rated, they're pretty much running at. This is a 5,000 milliamp, 26650, which gives that incredible amount of runtime. I'm going to pop the battery in. If anybody's interested. There's the very heavy heat sink in there. Deep reflector. Got the orange peel, second gen XHP70. UI on Thrunites, and this one is no different. You got your single press switch. I really like that. It's a little bit raised so you can feel it. Lockout mode, yes, you could accidentally bump it on, but all you have to do is barely loosen the end cap and you're locked out. If you long press it, you're going to get your Firefly mode. 37 days of runtime. Pretty neat. And if you notice, now when I turn it on, there's a blue light there, meaning the battery's charged. One thing I can tell you right now, that'll end up shutting off. And I sure wish that would just stay on at all times. while the light is on. Actually, it's staying on quite a long time. But anyways, that's low mode. Like I said, 46 hours of runtime, and I'm running a very bright LED light. Hey, the damn blue light's still on through night. Maybe I don't have to cry about it, huh? Look at that. Well, let's see what happens when you go up a mode. Got medium, 320 lumens, 10.2 hours, and the blue light's still on. And then high, 1800 lumens, blue light's still on. Double click, turbo, wicked, and the blue light's still on. What's going on here? If you were to double click it again, got strobe. Does have a memory function. You know what? We're going to talk just a little bit more about it. I'm going to leave this thing sit here. See if that darn blue light stays on. I didn't see it on outside when I was using it. That was weird. Like I said, you got to check them links out. 20% off. I consider this a workhorse out of the flashlights. Immense amount of runtime. Immense amount of light output. A lot of modes. Blue light's still on. Great UI. And you now get a nice case with it. This might turn into one of my new favorite lights. Yes, it only has 320 meters of throw, but I'm telling you, it'll light everything up around. Pretty awesome. All right, that blue light is still staying on. I'm going to shut the camera off for a couple minutes, and we're going to see what happens. That is wicked. Here I was going to complain about that blue light not staying on, because at nighttime when you're outside to find that thing, actually what would be awesome is that blue light were to stay on for like 15 minutes after you shut it off. That'd be cool. But I don't think that blue light's shutting off. I'm going to kill the camera. I'm going to turn it back on. And blue light's staying on. You other light manufacturers, take heed to that. If you're out there in the dark, and that is awesome to be able to, you don't have to thumb around to look for your light switch when you do have it on. Trust me, I've run flashlights to where you're sitting there fumbling around looking for the light switch, and it does get annoying. Good job through night. So anyways, we're going to take this out and get some beam shots done of it. Show you what this thing's made of. All right, we're 4 meters away from my Lux meter. And I'm going to fire this through night up to turbo mode. And we're going to measure the Lux and calculate the throw. Let's check her out. All right, you're looking at 1,499 Lux. And there's the formula. 4 meters squared divided by 0.25, 95,936, square root of that. Come up to 309, about 310 meters of throw. Pretty darn good for such a wide beam. All right, we're going to run a little comparison quick first. I'm going to turn on my old trusty Thrunite TN12. First up is the tree at 6. And that is on high mode, and we're looking at that tree at 62 meters away. It's the Thrunite TN12. Cats. And there's the Thrunite TC20 at 62. Lights are up pretty darn good. Thrunite TC20. Let's move down a little bit farther. Get right in there. That tree's at 94 meters. This is the Thrunite TN12. And there's the Thrunite TC20. 92 meters. You know what? We're going to skip all that, as you can see how bright that thing is. I mean, all the way back, that tree line up there is upwards of 190 meters. That wood line, which it's picking up quite well, is you're looking at over about 250 meters away on upwards. This thing on turbo lights everything up. What about just high? That's high. Turbo. Here's low mode. There's medium. Long battery life. You can still get out to about 90 meters with it. And then high. Incredible job. Look at, just for the heck of it, I had brought it out. You got Thrunite's Rocket, the Thrunite TN42. Look at that. Tight beam. TN42. This is the farthest throwing production light on the market. Might get knocked out eventually here. TN42, the TC20. Got a lot of spill on the TC20. Pretty neat. Now just for comparison's sake, I got my car headlights on high beam. I'm going to fire this TC20 up on turbo. Completely floods out car headlights. Look at that. Easily. TC20, car headlights. TC20, car headlights. Starting to get a little bit of dust going on, so I got to hurry up. You can still see my bright LED yard light shining. We're going to run through this TC20 through the modes a little bit closer. Of course, Firefly, can't really see it, but man, is that nice for a little night light. There's low mode. Incredible runtime. That tree right there, you're probably talking pushing maybe 20 meters. And in medium, that's more than enough to light a yard up. Look at that. I mean, that tree line up back there is probably 50 meters, but that's medium. And high, more than enough to get the job done. Battery life, incredible on this guy. Of course, you got your turbo. All but the most light you would need. You wouldn't need this turbo. All right, looking at my porch lights and a bright LED light shining out. That's turbo. Look at that darn thing. Even on low mode. Medium, like I said, way more than enough. And then high. Tell you what, it's like 15 degrees out. That's enough for the beam shots. Apologize, I ain't going a little bit longer. There you are, Thrunite TC20. Like I said, this is going to be getting released towards the end of February. And check that link out down below through Thrunite. Get 20% off of it. And oh, by the way, that blue light that I couldn't quit talking about on Firefly mode, it isn't on. As soon as you turn it on low mode, that thing don't shut off. Pretty awesome. This light, I'll tell you right now, yeah, it's a little bit wide. It still fits my pocket quite well. And if you don't want to put it in your pocket, you got a nice case with it. But the runtime is just incredible on this thing. The output's incredible. You got Thrunite's typical build quality, and I do believe they got the 5-year warranty. I've really, really grown to like Thrunites. They make an incredible flashlight, and yet nobody's been able to outdo the. I wonder if that turns on. You know what? Watch this. I mean, they do the whole time. I never noticed it. Blue light on. I got the TN42 on low mode. Well, learn something new every day. How many Thrunites I've had and I didn't realize that the lights stay on. Pretty awesome, real awesome. Keep it up, Thrunite. Wicked company. Not just saying that because they send me a flashlight. I bought a lot of lights off from them. In fact, I paid full price for the TN42 and really fell in love with this company. So there you go. The Thrunite TC20, the do-all. Great light. Till next time, there you go.